so this will probably get me late. An itch to go live, and what's gonna come to me, I have no idea. It's just an itch to go live. So I'm gonna take a hit and see what comes up in my head. I'm overall kind of a mutable person. I think I have a number of mutable signs that are active in my chart. Which, or at least signs that are involved with transmutation, such as my Scorpio ascendant. I mean, you can't be the sex and death sign and not be about transmutation. It's just can't happen. You've got the creator and the destroyer are right there in the same fucking sign. Either way, I'm kind of a mutable person. It's part of why I've got this Phoenix on me, because I kind of knew early on that I was living with like horse blinders on, almost literally. Right? You know, it's just like I grew up in an equestrian home. My grandfather took care of horses and did groundskeeping and carpentry work, a little bit of plumbing and electrical, kind of like a whole kind of shtick. He could have done the homesteading thing. But unfortunately, my dad just went into the system and went for, he's a typical boomer. Typical boomer. All of the jokes apply to him, especially conservative boomer jokes. And so I'm in this universe, like my father and mother's personalities almost haven't changed one iota in the 44 years of me being in a relationship with them. But I have changed several times in front of their eyes, right? And I got this tattoo way before I knew that Scorpio was also the Phoenix, right? So I had no idea that I was getting this tattoo that was astrologically significant, but I did know that at that point, I just was constantly was getting upset, like, when you're a legit empath, not a narcissist, right? And I hope that you guys can pick up on that. I don't want to be in an echo chamber of people. I'd rather talk about narcissism all day just to provoke people into proving that I am one, right? To see if that rationally works out. Does everybody in the chat room say, yeah, you're a fucking narcissist, or whatever? Do I change, or do I just get insulted and block you, and there's no room for growth and development? These kinds of things. Icon error. Icon error. Nice chesticles. Why? Why, thank you, sir. I've worked very hard on them, you see. So, yeah, I lose a lot of I lose a lot of friends sometimes, right? Because I hit a certain point where I'm holding true to way deep down inside something I gotta say or do or be or whatever for some deeper important reason, and then um, something wholly unfriendly comes out of my friends in reaction to my behavior or my words or whatever. And it makes me hate myself immediately. I get triggered the fuck out. And I don't want to be friends with them anymore. Pattern goes way back, and those of you who've been tuning in since after the James True interview, when I had to sideline talking about the Mandela effect to deal with a trigger by being insulted, not offended, insulted. It's a big difference. I've never quite articulated it before in my life until I have until right now, because this one's really, really, really completely changing my attitude about social connection. I have to re-upload a video I made that I'm very proud of from a long time ago. You can find it, I think, on BitChute right now. And I forget its full title, but it's named after this bind rune, this magical rune stave called Kayinga, which is Kenaz Yera Ingvaz Gebo Kayinga. And what Kayinga is that they're all variations of Kenaz, because what I came to realize is between the meaning of Kenaz, they all operate on that symbol, just the wide triangle. It looks like the less than symbol in mathematics, right? That's the Kenaz. And it's about a convergence point that represents this merger of things that gives you your abilities, your authority, your and all that. So relationships go across this spectrum from the Kenaz of the knowing of something to eventual relationship with that something. So there's Kenaz and then there's Kenaz. And then they come to meet and they make Yera. And then they decide to test each other out. So then they go into Ingwaz, right? They're going to try some intermingling and go through a transformative process of becoming one with each other. And then when they become one with each other, they interlock and you have Gebo, Kayinga. This is an alchemical process that Odin and Frigga bestowed upon me some time ago, and I made it into a video. After a serious amount of time working with the runes, especially with Gebo, I have Libra energies that made me fascinated with Gebo, because deep down inside, especially with the way I function in honor with Tyr, that sense of balance, also felt like it was right in the pocket of justice in ways that it belonged, right? So Kayinga is kind of like showing you the energetic properties of the porcupine's dilemma, which is I think it's a psychological clinical term that is used at great length for the psyche profile of Shinji Ikari, I think was his last name, the lead character in Neon Genesis Evangelion, the anime, where he's got all these fucking daddy issues. His mom is long passed away. He's a kid not being allowed to have a fucking normal life because he's been recruited into a fucking private organization that works for the military to fucking fight giant monsters called angels coming from, they don't even fucking clarify in the anime where they're really coming from, other than allegedly space or something, and then they start coming in from across the sea or whatever. But the point is that's just like, shit, angels are happening. Right? So anyway, he's psychologically traumatized. He's a little bit, he's very whiny because, you know, he might be in a little bit of arrested development, which is natural when the society is raising you and you're just begging for your dad to raise you, but he's too good for you. Shit's way too important. And it's just like, you know, and it's just this very abusive relationship where the father's not capable of even bringing the son in, but still expects him to fucking live up to the standards of his work. And ain't that a whole lot of us? This is part of the reason why I really loved the Iron Claw film, and then, you know, talking about these concepts of the demiurge, right? Where it's just like there's a greater fucking issue at hand, but you've got this fucking evil lord fucking with you personally in the greater scheme of things, and you want to deal with other bigger fucking problems as well as just get on with your personal life while dealing with those bigger problems. But no, you got to deal with this guy as your most immediate problem, but not even your biggest problem, because you're fighting a lot of your own fucking problems, your own fucking insecurities. And some of us got way more crippled in that than others because of, you know, what we are. And, you know, it's just like, is everybody who thinks that they're a fucking Andromedan fucking indigo starseed, you know, get fucking treated like this? You know, it's just like, I granted, like, I'm a firecracker, like, there's a reason I'm in the Temple of the White Dragon. It's just like, the New Agers are not gonna be a good fucking place for me. My dark side needs to be properly integrated. My anger needs to be properly channeled. My focus of love needs to be given in a certain language that is palatable to my frequency. And there are different frequencies that are good and different frequencies that are bad. And there can even be a good dense frequency. This is like when you come across, to use the vulgar vernacular of the NPC, if you come across helpful NPCs, that's like good dense energy. It means that they're a good heart just running the script. All right? And they're still a fucking full soul like you. They could fucking match you if they fucking woke up. Right? There's no reason to fucking give them a reason to fucking wake up if you're going to come from a place of dehumanizing. Just appreciate what they're there for, and you're kind of like a guardian to them. You're like a secret superhero. That's how I roll. Is that narcissistic? I don't know. You can think whatever you want. I feel good about myself. I'm objectively doing good. This isn't like people that I had to convince of like, you know, like I have to fucking work for them. I have to fucking listen to a boss and earn her trust. All right? So, yeah. Thank you. That's my fucking point. Anyway, I am late. All right, this was a kick-ass stream. I'm glad I did it. Peace.